with Isaac Simpson.
Hey, Dylan. You guys have now lost 4 of your last 5 games. What's kind of the mindset of the team as you guys embark on this 3-game road trip coming up?
We just take from this game. We play hard. New York is a hot team who guards the paint really well, makes you take threes, and they made tough shots. You got to tip your hat to that squad um, and take the positives out of this game and go on to this next road trip. It's a big road trip. All these games are big, and we got to realize that. And our attention to detail, our what's the word? Our intensity, our our attention, like just attention to everything, it's got to be heightened. We just got to be ready every single game from 1 to 12. Even the 17th man on our bench has got to be locked in and ready to go because you never know what can be the little thing that changes the game.
Evan Barnes.
Dylan, this stretch for you guys have seemingly just kind of, tried to figure out as you go and try to continue to fight. And Taylor obviously praised you guys' fight, but just what happened at the end of the game where it just seemed like things just kind of boiled over a little bit with you guys getting technicals?
That's just, 3 guys that don't have any control over the game. I would say touches are flying. We felt like, we never got calls or whatever the case may be, but, we still have to fight through it. We did the wrong things. They out-rebounded us. They played harder. They got into us. They played physical. We got to react. We got to not retaliate, but we got to, react and, take their punch and, punch back. That's a good group of guys over there. The Knicks coached, really well. But it's just, tension's flying. Some of those T's shouldn't have been a thing. I guess the definition of a T is if you're aggressively going to a ref or you throw something or a fist or anything of that nature in a derogatory way or aggressive way. And, some of those T's were it, but some of them weren't. And that's just got to be looked at for sure.
Kelsey Wright-Johnson.
Dill, I want to look at one of the positives. Desmond had 11 points in the second. You had 16 in the third. And then Kyle was responsible for 80% of the points in the fourth. What does it say about this team's unselfishness offensively to feed the hot hand no matter kind of who it is?
We got a lot of guys who could score, a lot of guys who can, step into shots and make them. We just got to do a better job at finding guys. We took a lot of tough mid-ranges. And there was, some open guys in the corner because they, all collapsed in the paint. I know I got to do a better job at that, finding guys and, being better creator and, passing the ball. But, we just have a lot of guys who can make shots, who can, play make. And, that's what Coach tries to instill in every one of us. So.
Adam Tyke.
Hey, Dylan, after a frustrating set of games like this, do you sort of try and clear the slate after that, or do you try and lean into that and use it as motivation to turn things around going forward on this road trip?
I would say this was a good start. We dropped a couple games, and, this is a good start from, blowing Orlando loss. We just got to watch the film, see what the positives are, see what the negatives are, see what we can do better, and then bring it to, Minnesota, Detroit, and Toronto. Toronto's playing well right now. They got a win over the Lakers last night. Minnesota is playing hard every single night. They got, even though they're eliminated, they playing hard. They're trying to figure out, their squad. And then the same with Detroit. We got to realize that there's no easy games in the league. There's 350 people that, only have this job, and there's guys who are fighting for jobs, guys who are trying to make a team, trying to be in rotation, trying to prove something to their coach. And that brings a different fire out of people. And, you know, we got to realize that and come into every single game, you know, with a chip on our shoulder and bring it to every single team, you know, with the physicality on defense, you know, stepping in the shots confidently and then making plays for each other. You know, we got to come out there like, you know, we're the shit. And that type of swagger. So, you know, we know that, you know, we're energized, we're ready to play every single night because, you know, we got something that we're fighting for. And, you know, that's being in the playing game for one and then ultimately making the playoffs. So, you know, it's a good start into games that are getting ramped up. But, you know, we got to be ready every single night.
We have time for one more question. Drew Hill.
Dillon, would you say that you guys are hard on yourselves after losses like this or stretch like this, or do you try to avoid doing that?
You know, my coach always told me, you know, back at Oregon, Dana Allman used to tell me, you know, you take the night, where you take 12 hours because, you know, in college, you know, you play at, you know, not late times, but, you know, you take the night, you know, to, you know, be down on yourself, figure out what you got to do better, you know, watch film, do necessary things, you know, to make that loss feel better. And then, you know, wake up the next morning, be ready to work. You don't let that linger into, you know, the next day or the day after that. You just, you know, focus on, you know, what you did wrong, you know, that night. And then, like you said, just clear the slate and get focused for the next game, which is, you know, Minnesota.
Thanks, Dillon.
Thanks.